So, I was asked by a subscriber, well, not really asked, but we were talking, and a video came up, or a video idea came up in conversation because you have a point. These designer releases, they're getting a little redundant. I mean, how many Blue de Chanels do we need? How many Savages do we need? So, with that said, I want to make this short video. I want to give you with 2 honorable mentions. And so, one of these is not under $130. It's an honorable mention because of the price point. We're going to go with Evening Mystique by the House of Zahara for TLTG reviews. This is $160. I suggest, though, that you get this because while not cheap, it's limited production, and I do think that everybody needs one of these in their collection. And the other one, I can't pronounce the name, but you smelled it yesterday. This is Ana Abieda, I think it is, by Latafa. This is a Baccarat Rouge 540 EDP clone, right? I got this for, I don't know, like $40 or something like that. So now we're going to move on to the actual list of things, 10 fragrances under $150 that are unique, but smell very good. First is actually the house that you introduced me to. This is Maison Margiela's replica. This is Matcha Meditation. Got some mate, I believe some vetiver in here, some green tea. This one probably better for the summer because it's a green tea fragrance, but doesn't smell. It's a freshie, but not a freshie like the other freshies that you're gonna see, like the Bleu de Chanels or the Savages or Aqua de Joes or whatever. You get a very earthy green. It's got some white chocolate in here too. Paragon Fragrances was pretty excited in his video, which, by the way, go over to and subscribe to Paragon Fragrances. And he was pretty surprised at the scent that this is sort of an earthy. It is a little powdery. It is a little powdery, but it's very bright, very fresh. Got some powdery matcha to it. Got a little bit of oak moss in here. Some white chocolate. This is an amazing, amazing fragrance. I want to get this one. You want a powerhouse? He also featured this in the same video where he talked about that. What you want to get, by the way, price point for this is going to be about $150 for a 3.4 ounce bottle, but you can get, that's a 30 ml for obviously much cheaper. Okay. This one it's going to be for about $120. This is the old formulation. This is Mancera's Red Tobacco. This stuff is nuclear. 2-3 sprays of this at most. Lasts all day. On my dry skin, for something to last on my dry skin for 10-12 hours is impressive, because fragrances don't usually last on me. And I don't talk about or say that by, just saying my own personal opinion on it. I actually will ask other people around me, like at work and stuff. They a lot of times often are like, no, it's really weak, or they can't pick up on it, and they're right in my same area. Another one, this is a I believe this is a clone of, my allergies are acting up, Tom Ford's Tuscan Leather. Armaf Club de Nuit Woman. Got a lot of oud and rose in here. Spicy strong. Definitely not too many fragrances like this. And the red tobacco has some tobacco, obviously. It's got a boozy note in there, and I think there's some benzoin, but there's no actual booze accord in there. And it's got some agarwood or oud. This is another strong oud. This is Latafa's Oud for Glory. Sweet, little resinous, spicy oud. I believe there's some lavender in here. There's a little bit of a floral note. We're talking, for these last two, 40, 50 bucks. Something like that, right? The Latafa one can get a little overbearing. Again, dial it back on the sprays because that one is strong. People will know you are coming from a mile away, right? We're going to go, interestingly, that I place these two next to each other because they're both perfumed by the same perfumer. This is Banana Republic, 17 Oud Mosaic, Oud Rose Plum. The plum really rounds out this fragrance. This was actually my scent of the day today. I got told, I walked out of the gym, walked by my job, and there was someone that that I know that stopped me and been like, your fragrance smells amazing. And it was this. I did wear it to the gym. Probably not your best gym fragrance, but I wear a lot of strong stuff. But while we're going with Banana Republic, we're going to Dark Cherry and Amber. If you like the BR 540, if you want the BR 540 DNA, but lighter, fresher, a little bit more focused. It's got some cherry in there. It's a synthetic cherry, but it is making my mouth water because it's a black cherry. I love black cherry. Black cherry, anything. Big fan. Also, not typically a note that I often wear because I don't like this note to be dominant. But talking about oud roses, we have Zahara Rosé. This will take the words away from you. This is an awesome fragrance. Again, for $145 for a 60 ml, but it's under $160. It's under $150. This is a fragrance I believe that the world needs. It needed, and George delivered. This is second to signature pour homme. This is my favorite Zahara. Honestly, most of the Zaharovs could have been on this list, but I wanted to give a little bit of price point differential. I could just hit you with anything from the House of Zaharov and tell you sub 160, go get all of it, and I would mean everything I said. I'm gonna try getting Triple X tonight, or Rose X, not Triple X, but not Rose X either. I'm leaving that in. I could get Royal X, which I'm gonna get tonight, but it probably could be in here too. I'm blind buying it, but any of the Zaharovs. But if I'm recommending any of the Zaharovs, it's gonna be these two and Signature. Amazing fragrance. Mancera's Cidret Boisé. Aventus with a little bit more oomph to it. More performance. Amazing scent. Love this one. Matter of fact, this may be my scent of the day tomorrow. Very citrusy. Will overpower a room. That is a strong one. It's fresh, but it's a strong, freshy. Probably about $130. But back to the darker fragrances, because I love dark fragrances. This is Ferragamo's Uomo. Tiramisu, coffee. I don't get any boozy note in here. There's some patchouli, I believe. Syrupy, dark, syrupy sweetness. This is not for the faint of heart. It's a Gourmand. It is breakfast, but and I say that in the coffee is dark, rich syrup. Got some tiramisu in there. Not that you would be eating or should be eating tiramisu for breakfast, but like, let's just say late in the evening, you're having some dessert, you have a cup of coffee. That is this. And you're probably going to get that for about 50, 60 bucks. But a fragrance that Curly Fragrance once told me to get. Give me 1 second. I noticed that I grabbed the wrong one. I grabbed Oud Vanille, which also is good. But what I meant to grab was Frank Olivier's Oud Touch. Very similar to 17 Oud Mosaic. Same, except for without the plum. So when it comes down to it, I'll tell you is, whatever one you find that's cheaper, get it. Now this is a 70 mil versus 100. So you'd have to do the math on that, but whatever you find, it's cheaper, you can easily access. These are basically the same to me. To me, you may not agree, but I definitely do. I'm throwing fragrances. But don't worry. Don't worry. It's safe. Nothing broke. Anyway, that's my fragrance suggestions for you. Later.